Hi everyone and welcome to Kidz Love Art. My name is Denise and today we're gonna recreate the Starry deer. And this is originally created by me. So we're gonna recreate my version, but then into your home. What you need for this is our Kidz Love Artbox. The Kidz Love Artbox, you can find it on kidsloveart.com and it has everything what you need to create this beautiful piece. So you have a pre-sketch canvas of your Starry deer. It comes with 7 colors of paint, more than enough to make this a beautiful painting. It comes with 3 brushes. I'm gonna hold them up. A big one for the big areas, a medium one for more of the blending, and a small one for all the details. What you will need is a kitchen towel just to dry your brushes, and you'll need a jar with some water to rinse your brushes, and that's it. Let's go. Okay, so we are gonna start in the background. So we always start from the background first and then we work our way towards the front. What color would you like? I have chosen for light blue, but maybe you like purple, maybe you like yellow. So you can choose any color what you like. I'm gonna stick to my version, light blue. And how to create light blue? Well, first of all, I take my big brush because it's a big area what we're gonna fill. So I take a big brush and then I create light blue. So I put a little bit of blue to the middle, I scoop it to the middle, and I scoop a little bit of white in here, and white and blue make light blue. Very easy. I'm gonna make sure that I have enough, because I need to fill a really big area. Mix, mix, mix. Great. This is the light blue what I'm going for. Perfect. With this, I'm gonna bring all of this here to the canvas. You start at the top. You can make long horizontal strokes. So here you go, really easy. So here we come to the outlines. Do you need to be careful? Yes, a little bit, because we still want to see the outlines. But it doesn't mean that you can't go over it. So I would still say, rather go slightly over the outline than that you stay away from it. Because if you stay away, let's say like this, then there will be a big white gap. We don't want that, so rather go all the way until the outline. Or a little bit over, it's okay. Do you need to take a small brush for all these little details? No, because we're still in the background. And actually, as you can see here, this big brush has a very thin top line. So it has a really big part of the brush, but it also has a really thin part of the brush. And with this thin part, look at this. You can make any kind of thin lines. So you don't need to switch to a small brush. However, if you want to, it's your masterpiece, so you can change. Okay, so the top part of the canvas is now done, and now we're gonna move to the bottom part and we do the exact same thing. A couple of things, what you might have seen from my thing, I'm a little bit messy. So you can see that I go over the outlines quite a bit here, and it's okay because in the background you can be quite messy because it doesn't really matter yet. Another thing, what I always do, because it just looks really nice, is I paint the sides here, I paint the top, and at the end I'm gonna paint the bottom of the canvas, just so at the end, once you're completely done with the painting, it looks beautiful from every single angle. Another thing I want to show you. Here, come and have a look. So I paint really thick, and the reason why I do so is because, like, look, you don't want, and I don't have, here, do you see this? Like all these little, here, do you see this as well? This means that, that we kind of scrape away the paint from the canvas. If I'm now gonna paint really thick, I'm gonna go below and I show you. This won't happen. So if you think, hey, I don't really understand, I have all these little signs in my background and I don't like it, my number one tip, paint really thick. You have so much paint in your Kidz Love Artbox that you can paint really, really thick. And in the end, it's looking beautiful because it gives texture. Texture basically means that the paint is sticking out from the canvas. Beautiful. Artists love it. Okay, let's get going to the bottom part. Okay, so as you can see, I started off with long horizontal strokes in the beginning, but then as I went on, I moved a little bit this way, so I went like crisscross. So here you can see that. This is because I love the texture. If you continued all the way horizontal, beautiful. If you want that bit of texture, or maybe you did already a bit of your own style as well while you were painting, but here I just add that bit of texture here at the top because I noticed I was doing that here down, so I'm just gonna add this here at the top again as well. Whichever way stroke you've chosen, it's perfect, because it is you. Well done on your background so far. So whatever color you've chosen, I'm sure it will look amazing. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create the inside of the deer. So we're gonna fill the deer with some beautiful colors. Again, you can choose whatever color you want, but the one thing what's important, first focus on the lighter colors and then move slowly towards the darker colors. So in my case, I've chosen for like the yellows, the oranges, etc. So I'm gonna start with the yellow. In this section, I'm gonna focus on yellow, orange and red. So in that order. So the yellow, important part is that we take the yellow, but we are gonna mix in a little bit of white. And the reason why we do this is because the white will make it stronger on the canvas. So otherwise, if I'm just gonna put, I'm gonna show you what I mean. If I'm just gonna put yellow here, what's gonna happen? I'm not gonna cover my blue. But now a little trick. If I am gonna do this, so I'm gonna mix yellow and white, and I'm gonna cover. Well, now the trick needs to work. But, okay, we do a little bit extra, but at least you're gonna see it covers better. So it covers better if you have a little bit of white into any of your lighter colors. If this was a dark color, no problem. But because the blue is quite dark, we just need a little bit of white into the light color to make it stronger than the blue. I hope that makes sense. What we're gonna do, we're gonna scoop in a lot of white. I have a small brush. We have a small area to fill, so we need to focus first on all the yellows. All the yellows are quite small areas. So I'm gonna mix, here we go. Okay, what is important as well, your background needs to be a little bit dry. I have waited a little bit before I can back. If it's not 100% dry yet, just go to the kitchen, grab yourself a nice drink, and then come back and hopefully it's dry. If it's dry, let's go. Let's get started. So we start again at the top and work our way down. So with a small brush, you take on quite a lot of paint. So not little, so it's quite a lot of paint. And we'll work here at the top. As you can see, what I'm doing is I'm trying to place my hand basically on the entire reindeer. The reason why this is that I want to support my hand. Because if I'm gonna go like this, ooh, I'm gonna shake. Maybe because my hand is just not so strong, but I'm gonna shake. So what I'm gonna do, I'm holding it close to the bristles, the exact same way as you would write your name with a pencil. So I'm gonna hold it close to the bristles and then rest this palm of my hand on the canvas and then off we go. Really nice and easy. Okay, really good. So now the first basis is in. I have put everywhere where there is yellow, I've put that onto the deer. And now it's ready. I'm ready for the next one where I'm gonna put everywhere some orange. Let's go. Okay, the yellow is in. Now we're gonna create orange. How are we gonna create orange? Very easy. We just put a little bit of red into the yellow. You know why we put red into the yellow and not yellow into the red? Is because red is way stronger. And so therefore it makes the yellow way quicker orange than if I was gonna put yellow into the red. It would take a lot of yellow. So therefore always remember, if you're gonna mix, which color is the darkest color. So in this case, definitely red. So in that case, you put the red into the yellow, so the dark color into the light color. Important for mixing. So we have a nice orange color where we're gonna put this here on the nose, here above here. So this nose here, we can divide it. Here you go. So here's an orange patch. We have an orange patch. Let me check. Thing is, there is a bit of orange here, but it's slightly lighter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add a little bit of yellow in it. Yeah, there we go. And then we have an orange here next to this triangle, all the way to the bottom. There is an orange here as well, but it's slightly darker. So when it was slightly light orange, I added yellow. What would I need to add if I want to add a slightly darker orange? Yes, a little bit of red. So I'm just adding a little bit of red to create a slightly darker orange. There you go. Do you see the difference? So we have a darker orange and a light orange and just a normal orange. So with the darker orange here, I'm just gonna do this. So now we have done our oranges, and what you did really well, so the orange is a secondary color. So we have our primary colors, yellow, blue and red, and we have the secondary colors, and one of the secondary colors is orange. And what you did, and maybe you know this already, you also created tertiary colors. And that is if you mix a primary, yellow, with a secondary, orange. So for example, now we created a light orange. Or we mix red, primary, with orange, secondary, is the tertiary, it's the red-orange mixture. So you've done this amazingly well. So we've done the yellow, the lighter orange, the darker orange, perfect. Okay, now we're gonna go to an easy step, which is the red. Okay, so we are in an easy section right now. We're gonna add the red. Well, red is actually everywhere in this painting, so we do need to paint quite a lot of it. We stick to our small brush, and what I'm gonna do, I take the red as it is, and again, like with the yellow, I'm adding a tiny bit of white. But this time really a tiny bit, because what happens if I'm gonna put red and white together? Guesses? Exactly, it will turn pink. We don't want that. So, I'm gonna add the red here, boop, tiny bit. So it didn't turn into pink. I mean, if you love pink, definitely go for pink, huh? But for mine, I'm just gonna stay to the red. Again, work from the top, down. Test if it's dry, and it is. we're adding the last bits of red here into your starry deer. Here you go. That was quite a bit, eh? Quite a lot of red, which means that we're more than halfway now. Really good. How's yours coming along? Does it look good? My framework is here. I must admit it looks a little bit like an alien deer at the moment, but soon it's gonna look really good. I'm pretty sure. What we're gonna do now, easy, we've done it already. We're gonna do the light blue painting parts of this deer. So again, what we're gonna do, maybe you still have a little bit left, like me, on my palette, and otherwise we're just gonna do the exact same thing again. We mix a little bit of white and blue together. Add a little bit of water because my paint is getting dry. And this mixture we're just gonna add nice and easy onto the canvas, on the parts where it shows light blue. Maybe I'll say it at the end once it's not alien looking anymore.
Yeah, it's not an alien looking deer anymore.
It does now, right? It does. Like, super scary show. Okay, so we're here at the last triangle of this blue part. These parts are also a little bit difficult because, oops, you see, we need to get a very small brush, or, well, we use the same brush, but we need to go quite careful into that corner. So what I'm gonna do, I take the blue and I roll my brush into the paint, so there's not that much paint onto my brush. And I try to get like, ooh, really small line, and here the same. And maybe at the end, what I probably will do is I'll break this blue line open with a little bit of orange and a little bit of yellow. So I separate that blue line a little bit. But we do that until it's dry. For now, blue is done. Well done. Okay, so now we are almost towards the end of this painting. What we're gonna do is the green part. Well, if you have ordered your Kidz Love Artbox through kidsloveart.com, you will have green already. If you don't have green, do you know how to make it? Super easy. Green is a secondary color, and so we need two primaries. Primary, if we're gonna make green ourselves, is yellow and a bit of blue. You see? ta-da! The green is coming. But I have my Kidz Love Artbox, so I'm gonna go straight into this one. So we're gonna take the green, and what I do, like any other color so far I've done, I'm just adding a drop of white. Here you go. Perfect. Is it coming along for you as well? Nice. I am gonna switch to a medium brush. I mean, we have 3 brushes, we might as well use them. So, the reason why I go for medium is because these ears, because I'm just gonna start with the ears, they're big enough. We don't need a small brush for this, so perfect. Again, I take quite a lot of paint on my brush and off we go. Great. And again, once we're gonna go to smaller areas, so from here probably onwards, I'm gonna switch back to small again. But for now, we could use this. Nice and easy. The final section of the green, almost ready. It's easy, it's like almost like a little puzzle. We just fill in the blanks slowly, and then from this kind of alien looking deer, we're gonna go to a beautiful, happy, starry deer. We're not there yet. Everything, all the puzzle pieces will fall into place once we do the black. Once we do the black, everything will look amazing. Great. The green is done. Now onto the next color. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna create purple. Purple, again, is a secondary color. We're gonna mix 2 primaries. In this case, we're gonna mix blue, red. So blue and red are your primary colors, and I am gonna add, again, a hint of white. Let's see. So this is a nice... We had a small bear accident. Bear is my dog. Don't be afraid, it's just a dog. But he started barking a lot. Here you can hear him constantly. Here you go. Here you have a nice purple. So you mix blue, red to create your secondary beautiful color. Nice. This color we're gonna add here first on the nose of the reindeer. This little spot here. Now, did you know with the reindeers, this is an interesting fact you can tell on a party to impress anyone. The reindeers are the only species who can actually warm cold air before it enters their lungs. How cool is that? So that's the reindeer. And also they have an amazing nose. They can sniff really well. And why do we want that? Or why do they want it? Couple of things. They want to find their food. So even if the food is hidden under the snow, they can still sniff it out. They need to do it to locate danger. If there's danger nearby, they need to be able to smell that. And of course, they can use their nose for direction. So if they maybe lost their way, they can sniff their way out of the forest, maybe. I don't really know. But yeah, these are the facts. Final bit of the purple now, and then all the colors are done. And then it's waiting time before we can start with the black. So before you start with the black, make sure everything else is dry. That will give you the best results. Very small little area here. Oh, done! I know you might be eager to start with the black, me too, but still we need to hold our horses because we need to wait until all the colors are dry. That way it gives the best result for the black. So make sure that this is dry, put it outside, hair dryer will work, or just actually wait and just relax for a little bit. Once it's dry, we're gonna be back. We are gonna create the black outlines, and finally your deer is coming to life. Really, I promise it's gonna come together and it's gonna look beautiful. Black outlines, easy, we need black. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dilute the black with a little bit of water. Why I do this here, you can see it already, it gets slightly smoother and therefore easier to apply. So only a little bit, not too much, because otherwise it's gonna drip down your canvas. We don't want this, not at this stage. So just a little bit, just so it's smooth. And then you roll your brush in the paint. And do you remember in the beginning with the color parts where I mentioned to hold your brush as if it's a pencil? We're gonna do that again. So hold it as if it's a pencil. Rest your hand anywhere where it's dry. I hope you remember to dry your canvas. So anywhere where it's dry, it should be everywhere by now. And let's go. So we're gonna focus on all the little black outlines. Here you go. Look, you can make really small lines. Great this, right? Okay. Really small lines. So here we're creating the antlers of the deer. Did you know that every year male deer are growing new antlers? How cool, right? And did you also know that there is no antler the same? So antlers are actually very similar to our fingerprints. There is no antler the same. So they can use it to identify each other. We have a little fly joining us. So you have the deer, of course you have the reindeer. What is the difference between a deer and a reindeer? Reindeer are adapted to the really cold weather, so it's snow. Whereas the deer, they are adapted to the warmer weather, to the warmer climate. Interesting. And a deer, so a baby deer, is called a fawn. And when a fawn, or when the baby deer is born, it can usually walk within half an hour. And then the baby deer, they stay for a year with the parents, with the mom, and then it goes off on their own. And have you seen the movie Bambi? That's a Disney movie, right? It was one of my favorite movies, and I was actually really, there is a quite sad bit in the movie, crying. But it's a beautiful movie, and you might know that Bambi has those spots, those white spots all over the body. Those white spots, they disappear. So after a while, after about a year, there are no white spots, or usually there are no white spots anymore on a deer's body. So it's only they're born with it, and then it disappears. how are you all getting on with the outlines? I know sometimes it can be a bit tricky, but once you understand the trick of holding it close to the bristles, resting your hand, like this is the most important thing, rest your hand onto the canvas, just like this. You're not gonna shake. Even if you have the strongest hand in the world, you might still shake. So you're not gonna shake, and you can do any kind of line. The good thing is, my dear, the lines are big. You don't need to make the smallest teeny lines. You can go quite, it's easy. You can go quite big onto it. Like the more pressure, the thicker your line, the little bit of pressure, the thinner the line. But you probably have experienced that by now. Something so important to remember. In the world of art, you cannot make a mistake. Really, you cannot. We as adults or as kids might think that something doesn't look good. You know what? Someone else might look at your painting and think, wow, this is the best thing ever. Sometimes what you think is a mistake is not necessarily a mistake. Even if you still think, well, okay, that could all be true, but I don't like it. You know what? All you need to do, if you think like, oh, I make one big black cross here, and I'm like, oh, how did that happen? All you need to do is wait. Wait until it's dry. And you can fix anything. Anything, I promise. Wait until it's dry and you fix it all. It's so easy. So really remember, in art, in the world of art, you cannot make a mistake. And this is so nice. This part again, for the part what is coming up, we are gonna use a medium brush again, because we have a big area to fill, right? So we're gonna use that. And we save the best for last, which is the eyes. So almost, he's not alien looking anymore. Almost, this deer is becoming the cutest, most colorful deer we have ever seen. And I'm very excited to meet him or her. What do you think? Are you gonna name your deer? What's the name gonna be? I'm gonna think of mine. Are you gonna think of yours too? So we have a dog, right? As you can hear. And his name is Bear. And I always thought if we get a second dog, we're gonna call him Teddy. So you have like Teddy and Bear. So I think that would be really cute. But maybe until then, this will be my Teddy. So it's cute. What's your name? I mean, the name of your deer. Okay, these little parts, I'm gonna switch again to a small brush. Holding it close to the bristles. Okay, now we're gonna create the eyes. Very easy, just some black here again. Did you know, by the way, deers are plant eaters and therefore they are herbivores. Did you know that they eat a lot per day? 9 to 18 pounds a day, which is a lot of vegetation. Here is a little, I don't know, like a little tick here. So you can do that well. The white we have to wait until the end, until it's completely dry again. And we're gonna add the white on top. So here also circle, nice and easy. So cute! It's coming, guys, it's coming. Now the nose, from where you can sniff us all miles away. This there is almost finished. And you can decide whether it's a deer or a reindeer. If it's now a reindeer, you want to add some snow and festive feeling. We can always have a look at the background as well. If it's a normal deer, I mean, you can still have a look at the background. But what we can do for the reindeer is, for example, add some stars or snowflakes or snow coming down. And if it's a normal deer for you, stars will still do. You know Starry Night? Starry Night made by the very famous Vincent van Gogh. We can create some stars like that. Wow, the nose is in, the eyes are in. It looks really good. We need to wait again. Waiting game has started. I'm gonna put my brush down. We're gonna wait because once this is dry, we're gonna add first the white parts and then we can continue. The final part of this painting are all the white bits and especially the white twinkles in the eye and in the nose. So what we're gonna do, small brush again, take white just as it is, make sure your brush is completely cleaned, make also sure your black is dry, and then super simple, we're just gonna create some small dots. So I will go here, 1, 2, and 2 sideways. Now this was the easiest part of the painting. Ta-da! That's easy. What do you think? Do we want some stars or snow or like what do we feel? If you think this is a summery deer, keep it with stars. If you think this is maybe a reindeer, like maybe a snowy feeling, we can make snowflakes. And also, for this one, I use a toothbrush. Of course, know that this needs to be an old toothbrush because after this we're not going to use it for brushing our teeth again. Okay, let's first maybe go for stars. So, I'm just going to create super easy and not too many, just a couple super easy stars. And again, if you think like, I don't want any stars, I just want to leave it as it is, perfect. Stars, how to create that. I learned this in school really when I was young and it's easy. We just do like so, a triangle. And we do so this way and then a triangle this way and then we have a little star. Ta-da. Okay, star 1. And maybe we want a bigger star, bigger triangle to start with. And a bigger triangle upside down. Everyone can do this, right? This is easy. Now, if you were to make a snowflake, I am gonna go for stars now though, but if you were to make a snowflake, I mean, we can do this. It's just like this. Your snowflake. I just need to think how I'm gonna cover that up to create still a star. Or maybe I just keep it as one snowflake, just so I could show you. Now, where else? Maybe we have a little star. Here, triangle. So this is our own, let's say, starry deer. Starry or snowflake deer. One here. You decide. You really decide where you want to put them. As long as you're happy with the end result. And you know what? If in the end you think like, oh, I actually just really didn't want those stars. Do you remember what you need to do? Wait until it's dry and just go over it with blue. And then the stars are gone. I want anywhere else. And then I'm gonna go to the most exciting part, the toothbrush. I love it. Are you ready for the final bit of your canvas painting of this Starry Deer painting? Snowflakes or small stars or whatever you want to call it. We're gonna do it now. And the easiest way is to do it with our toothbrush. Dip it in the water. Then take a little bit of white. Are you ready? Now, what I want to do is I want to protect my reindeer a little bit. So let me show you first here. So what we're gonna do, we hold it, we flick it, and look. It's honestly a miracle. Wow, you see this? Looks nice, huh? Easiest way of creating beautiful little stars or snowflakes in the sky. Ta-da! That was so easy and so cool. I love it. Look. Oh my god! Oh my god, I saved it! It's still here! Are you alright, Teddy? Are you alright? Oh my god, I just dropped you on your face! So bad. Well done on your amazing masterpiece. I hope you loved your Starry Deer as much as I love mine. I named it Teddy. I'm really happy with it. It looks really cute. If you now like this video, and I really hope you do, give us a thumbs up and please subscribe below. See you very soon and thank you for watching. Bye.